Hello and welcome to a quick tutorial video on creating an interactive map. First thing we're going to do is just going to move this window over a little bit. This is our CoSpaces environment right here. So we're just going to look at the two file folders which we've downloaded, USA states and Canadian provinces. I'm going to be using Canadian provinces today. And inside that file folder you can see we have all of the stl.stl files, 3D files, inside that folder. We're just going to highlight all of those and then drag them into our CoSpaces environment right here. And you can see that uploads quite quickly. And everything's looking pretty good, except it looks like none of it here is very tiny. So let's make that province a bit bigger. So let's pull it kind of to here, move it up a little bit, and I'm going to make the size of that province quite a bit bigger by dragging this that little icon on the top. Now I'm not going to get this perfect. You can fiddle around and play with that if you are doing the Canadian provinces. I'll just try and get it so it's sitting relatively flush for this video. And once you've got it to the size you want, I'm just going to place it right there for now. And that's not perfect, but that's good enough for our video. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we want to name each one of these provinces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with British Columbia. I'm going to two-finger click or right-click it. I'm going to slide up to the little tag icon. You can see it's named BC for British Columbia. And I'm going to click Use in CoBlocks or Blockly, which will allow me to then code it. You want to do this for each one of these provinces. Also, while you're on that province, you're going to probably want to color it. So I'm just going to hang over the little paintbrush here, and I'm going to go with a nice orange for British Columbia. Okay, so you're going to do that for each one of these provinces, and just go through and make sure you color them and then tag them with that tag symbol right there, and make sure that that's turned on. The other thing we're going to want to do is we're going to bring in a couple other assets into this scene. So we're going to click on Library, and we're going to click on Characters, which is in the top left corner here, and we can bring any one of these characters into our scene. So I'm just going to bring this one called Casual Boy in. I'm going to put him right there for now. He's very small. So we're just going to grab that grow icon right here, and we're just going to keep dragging that up until he is the desired size. So let's take a look. How big he is. That's pretty good right there. And I'm just going to click on this little blue circle, and I can rotate him like that. Okay, so that looks like a good spot for him. The other thing we're going to want to bring in here is this boy is going to say a fact, and then we're going to have the BC flag pop up or appear in front of British Columbia there. So I'm going to want to find a flag of British Columbia. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to Upload, and then I'm going to click on Web Search right here, and all I'm going to look up is BC flag, and just hit Enter, and there it is right there. All I do is grab that, pull it out, and put it down here. You can see it's tiny right now, so I'm definitely going to make that much bigger size. And I'm just going to, whoops, I grabbed it. Well, if you make a mistake, you can always click the undo button and it will move it back. So I'm just going to make sure I grab the flag here, move it over to the province, and I'm going to slide it up. Now this whole model is actually off of our build plate a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him out of the way, to get myself to the top here, and I'm just going to, I'm just going to two-finger click on my trackpad to create a bounding box. Actually, I'm going to try that again. And I'm just going to move everything over just a little bit this way. And we can also shrink everything if we want down a little bit, just to make it a bit smaller. So I'm just going to shrink it down a little bit. And that will allow us to get the flag above where we want it. It's right there. Okay, let's just bring everything back in, put our guy here. And there we go, ready to go. Okay, now it's your turn to bring your flag in. If you're doing the states, you can do that as well, or any of the icons or information you want to place into your scene. Okay, in the next video, we'll be looking at how to actually code this.